We are back breaking down some more Bears tape. I'm sorry, it's been a minute since I've been able to post to the channel. I wanted to break down some plays for you guys. Been juggling a lot of things with work, a lot of different things I'm trying to do from a content creation standpoint. But we are back, going to be talking some Thomas Brown, what he did differently against Green Bay. And mainly what we're going to focus on is what he did differently against the blitz. Him, Caleb Williams, the offense did differently against the blitz. If you guys follow me on Twitter at TommyK_NFL draft, you saw that I tweeted out that stat of how Caleb Williams fared against the blitz, or those stats, I should say, how Caleb Williams fared against the blitz weeks 1 through 10 versus how he did last week against the Packers, and how the results were a lot better last week. I thought a lot of that was because the Bears executed overall a lot better against the blitz with the Packers. They had a better plan from where to throw the ball and a better protection plan. This play specifically, I thought really highlighted that. So this is going to be a 5-man pressure from Green Bay. They're just going to be sending 4 down linemen here are going to be rushing, and then they're going to be sending the safety Evan Williams here to the outside. You're going to see the defensive lineman slant inwards. And I love that the Bears called the protection correctly, right? There was a play against the Cardinals where I knew this plan or this operation was dead in the water because the side that they were blitzing from, the linebacker was in a 3-point stance, like as a linebacker. Like he was right here in a 3-point stance, like clearly blitzing. I think Nate Tice posted a picture saying, wonder who's blitzing here. And the Bears still didn't pick it up. So this is a step in the right direction. They call the protection to the right side. Roshan does a good job, too, of scanning the other side just in case anyone else comes. If they said zero pressure, meaning, they're blitzing more guys that you can typically block. So that's where I want to start off with here. Everyone has a hat on a hat. They pick up the guys they need to. Look, they slide it to the offense's left side, pick up this blitz correctly. Roshan takes his time. This linebacker is basically reading him. He could come in and blitz if Roshan stays in to protect, but he doesn't. But look, Roshan does a great job of scanning when he needs to and then going out in the route. But right now, this is pretty damn good protection, a couple seconds into the play. Better than the Bears have had all year, I would say. So they had it a hat, pick everything up. Caleb Williams is able to go through his progressions. There's a lot of places he can go with the ball, but where I like where he goes with the ball is if this was typical cover one, and let's say they disguised it for some reason, and the linebacker had the running back and the safety drops back out as the hole player, that whole player is gone because they are sending this pressure, right? This linebacker has the running back who he's going to clear him out. So Caleb attacks where the blitzer has voided. And that's kind of what you want to do against the blitz. Those extra defenders that come in to rush, that's where you want to throw the ball, right? Because they're not there anymore. And then that's exactly what happens, right? So this is just a 13-yard gain. He gets back to this over route against man coverage. Rome runs away from him. Great play design, condensed formation on the left side, or it's a stack, or on the right side, I'm sorry. So, we love that. And yeah, great job by the protection group. Great job by Caleb finding where the best place to throw the ball for an easy, nice completion, 13 yards. Let's keep it moving. Let's go. All right, so here's another play against the blitz that I also really like. Now, this is a true blitz. They're sending 6 guys. They're hoping to send more guys than the Bears can block up. They're doing some funky stuff to kind of mess with the Bears' protection rules or stunt someone open. But the Bears are going to keep Roshan Johnson in to protect here, and they block it up really well, all things considered. This is a 3rd and 2 play. They're setting pressures on a short and down and distance situation. And I thought Caleb just did a good job of not trying to do too much, take what's there, pick up the first down, move the chains. So what the Bears are going to be running are actually, let's break down the pre-snap element of this play. So what the Bears are going to do pre-snap is they're going to send Cole Kmet in motion here. And again, do I love this formation, this 3-by-1, where it is this spread out against obvious man coverage, which we just got that indication based on this safety following Cole Kmet. That's why I do like that aspect of it, to get that easy tell early into the rep, give Caleb an idea of what he's seeing. Do I love this formation? I don't. But again, it's going to be some of Shane Waldron stuff that I don't like. No matter how much we don't like it, just because they can't reinvent the wheel during the season. Anyway, the Bears are going to be running 3 triple slants on the right side, and then DJ Moore is just going to be running a little stop route on the left side, far out wide. Again, there's a lot of stuff I don't love about this. DJ Moore as your X, Romo Dunze not in this spot here. I think that would be more of what I would like. But either way, they execute this play well. So triple slants on this side, a stop route on this side. the Packers are going to be sending all 6 of these guys. And what they're going to do is twist the linebackers as well, trying to throw off the Bears' protection. And the Bears actually pick it up really well. So the center picks up one of the linebackers, the Roschon Johnson picks up the other, and everything else they pass off somewhat well. I mean, there's a stunt in there that they probably could have passed off a little better that I'll show you from the overhead view. But regardless, Caleb Williams doesn't put himself in harm's way, even though it's not perfect, and just takes the stop route on the other side, picks up that first down. And that's the thing against the blitz and what I'm looking forward to in this Vikings game. I would rather Caleb Williams take these kind of gains, even though they're not explosive plays, against man coverage when teams are going to leave you one-on-one and are comfortable blitzing that way. The Vikings do a lot different stuff. They kind of play zone and blitz, so that's going to be a whole other challenge in itself. But I would rather try to aim for kind of the explosives, the runaway routes in these situations. But regardless, when it's a 3rd and 2 and you want to keep the drive alive, I have no problem with being early here, taking these gains. Yeah, it's not going to be a huge gain. It's only 6 yards, but hey, you picked up the first down. You threw with anticipation. You felt good about your matchup. I have no problem with that. Keep the drive alive. Now, where the Bears could have been better here and where they could be better overall, which is what I'm still a bit nervous about, is recognizing what the blitz plan or the pressure is trying to do to the offensive line. So they're clearly trying to scheme someone open through one of the A gaps, right? And you just have to be very sound on who you're passing off, right? So when he loops around, they got to pass this off. They got to pass off where Matt Pryor will take Quay Walker, the linebacker, and the center will take Kenny Clark. Is that hard to do real time? Absolutely. Is that why you have hot routes built in to these, concepts when you do see these pressure looks? Yes. And that's where Caleb Williams helped out the offensive line here. This is maybe a little bit too hard of an ask, to have them pass this off real time. But with just straight up 4 down linemen, the Bears struggle to pass or have in the past struggle to pass off stunts. So it's just something to monitor, right? But I thought, again, great execution from the quarterback, pretty good execution to give from the offensive line to give the quarterback just enough time. There's no one coming, free right up the middle. And that's what the Packers are trying to do here. So all in all, a good rep. Probably going to see more of the stuff like this against a Brian Flores blitz heavy defense. All right, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is the play I really want to talk about. If you watched my last video, I broke down what I kind of wanted to see differently. One of the things I wanted to see differently with Thomas Brown at the helm as a play caller, and I wanted to see more bunch formations. The Bears were seeing a ton of man coverage. I thought bunch formations could really help this group. And what I also liked about this play, because they are using a bunch formation here, is their use of Keenan Allen, letting him be the option route runner in these crucial chain moving situations where you need to pick up the 3rd down. I think that's what he does best at this point of his career. And he's, limited in other parts of his game. And this is what he does really well. And the Bears kind of incorporate all of the elements that I talked about in the last video that you guys should definitely check out if you haven't yet. So what the Bears are going to be running here, they're going to actually motion commit even further. It's a funky bunch formation, but I like that. Again, Caleb's getting some pre-snap tells. The safety's going to follow him. You're getting some type of man coverage. You have Rome here on the line of scrimmage. You have DJ as the isolated X receiver on the backside. And then you have Keenan Allen here who will be running an option route. So on this play, Keenan Allen, DJ Moore here as the X will be running a slant. Rome will be running a big over route. Keenan Allen will have the option route, so he can go inside or outside, horizontal breaking routes. And then Cole Kmet will just be kind of running like a clear out corner route to kind of clear things underneath for Keenan Allen to be isolated on this DB. So they're going to motion Cole Kmet out. And what the Packers defense is doing, they're setting a 5-man pressure. Again, this is against the pressure look. Thought Caleb, again, executed this very well. They're going to be rushing this linebacker. He's not in his typical linebacker stance. He's going to be on the line of scrimmage, but they're going to be looping him all the way around to this C gap. To the B gap. My alphabet's off today. To the B gap, right? So they don't pick this up. The offensive line, they kind of recognize it late. But it really doesn't matter because Caleb gets the ball out of his hands so fast, throws with anticipation, and look at how easy the route is for Keenan Allen, right? A clear outside leverage tell. There is nobody out there. Cole Kmet is clearing this out. and just let him use that quick breaking ability to get open against off coverage. This is what I wanted to see. I think Keenan Allen can still provide this at the very least. And that is just easy pitch and catch. And we'll go to the overhead view, kind of talk about the offensive line a little bit more, because this is a tough ask to kind of recognize this. I do think this is more onus on the quarterback to get the ball out of his hands, which he did here, which is why the Bears picked up this 3rd and 9 and did it relatively easy. So again, the linebacker is lined up to the defensive left side's B gap, and he's going to be looping back to the right side B gap, which is hard to pick up real time. I understand. In an ideal world, you'd want to pass this off, right? Just like how he's passing Carl Brooks, the center's passing off Carl Brooks to the right guard. You want to see that happen on the other side as well. But that's hard to do. I'm just bringing that up because the Bears do kind of mess up stunts. But regardless, even that there is a free rusher, Caleb still gets the ball out of his hands, finds a runaway route against man coverage, against a pressure look, keeps the chains moving. The Vikings do a lot of funky stuff. I don't know if it'll be this easy, but if you can continue to find answers like this in the passing game against pressure looks, against blitzes, I think I'm a lot more encouraged about where the Bears offense was against a Brian Flores versus what I was earlier in the season, if I can continue to see more things like this.